Well, young adults apparently aren't as happy as they used to be. A Global Flourishing Study finds that age group isn't flourishing.
Yeah, that's right. Our mental health expert, Dr. Sheryl Ziegler, is joining us now for the latest on this study. Dr. Ziegler, good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, what did you find in this study? What did researchers say about this?
Yeah, this is a really extensive study. There were about 200,000 participants ages 18 to 29 that were asked about flourishing. So this is beyond happiness. We do that every year too. But this is a little bit more of a longitudinal study done between Harvard and Baylor. And they asked questions about their physical health, their mental health. Did they find purpose in life? Those are that's what it means to flourish. It's all of your life. And the results are dismal. So normally in flourishing and happiness, we have a U-shaped curve. So meaning like you're at your peak when you're young and everything's kind of more carefree. Then there's a dip in sort of middle age where people don't feel very happy and not so flourishing. And then it goes back up when you are older. That's not looking like that anymore. We're higher when they're really young. Teens have this anxiety and depression, and so we're not doing so great there. But now we're just staying flat to the point where 18 to 29-year-olds report double the amount of depression and anxiety than even teenagers. So we're very focused on this teenage youth mental health crisis, which is important. However, things are not getting better in young adulthood.
Is there any age that showed that they were flourishing in that age group?
You ready for it? 50.
That actually makes sense to me because I feel like I hear people say, once you turn 50, life gets so much better.
Right, these golden years of feeling like I know what I'm doing finally in life. But we're the researchers, and I think us in mental health, are really concerned. We don't want people going from childhood and then waiting to 50 to feel like they're happy and flourishing again. So the thought is like we need to invest more into the youth mental health piece, and not just mental health, but all of that part, spirituality, connection with community, and literally connection with other people.
Can I ask potentially a dumb question? Why is this happening? Why aren't people happy in in this age range? I know why I'm not happy, but why is everybody else not happy?
Well, let's see if we hit on it. Well, it's not a dumb question, it's an excellent question. Why is it? So it's sort of like community and connection are really missing. So meaning 25 years ago, there's a very famous book like Bowling Alone, right? And they started seeing this 25 years ago. People didn't have friends to go to, but they still went to the bowling alley, right? This is sort of metaphorical. Now they're saying, but they're not even going. They're not bowling at all. So people are not leaving the house. They're replacing human time with screen time. And we know, truly, we can say this over and over, we aren't meant to function like that.
Right.
We are meant to be in community and in connection, romantic and friendships. And so that is looking like the absolute driving forces of why we are no longer flourishing.
Does the pandemic have anything to do with this? 'Cause I feel like after that's when people really stopped connecting. They stayed home. People don't say hi to each other anymore. They don't look at you in the eye anymore. It's just changed so much.
Yeah, I think that's a great question. I mean, the pandemic basically, exposed and broke our mental health system, our connections, and we realize the importance of it. Have we rebounded? No, because technology keeps getting stronger and stronger. People working from home, there's lots of pros and cons to argue, benefits of working from home or not, but it's sort of like we need a balance.
Yeah.
Maybe 100% people who work at home, that's really tough. Asking people to come in 5 days a week. So that's just one element of it. But yes, it's the real driving force is this replacing in-person relationships with screen relationships. We're seeing this in the dating world. So if we're focused on 18 to 29-year-olds, think about what you were doing 18 to 29, right? It was a really social time. It was also a time you were climbing the ladder in your career. And how do you do that? Number one thing you do is relationships with your boss, get a mentor, right? Really shine at work. And so if that is sort of taken away and you're not dating, as we know people are dating less, you're not dating, you're not out there, you're not playing in leagues with friends or going to religious services, where is your community and connection?
Right.
That's really, I want people to understand crystal clear, that's what the research says.
And I feel like more and more people don't know their neighbors. You know what I mean?
That's so
like
true.
we used to all go outside and talk with our neighbors and that's just not happening as much anymore. Dr. Ziegler, I have a lot more questions. Unfortunately, we're out of time, but thank you for coming in. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.